Hi everybody, this is Crystal. So today I'm going to show you how to crochet this stitch here. It is quite beautiful. So this is what it looks like, and it looks the same on both sides. Great for blankets, sweaters. I think it'd make a nice wash rag, dish towel. Again, this stitch can be used for anything. It's so pretty. It's really pretty. In any yarn, you could use it in any yarn you wanted. Isn't that gorgeous? This is the flower bud pattern. Flower bud stitch. Very easy. Not hard. Guess what? Guess what? It's a 1 row repeat. Those are always fun, huh? Alright, let's go ahead and get started on this, and I'll show you how to get this done so you can start making some stuff and then showing me some pics of what you make with it. Ah, it's pretty. Okay, for this particular demonstration, the yarn that I'm using is Lion Brand Landscapes, which is a medium weight number for 100% acrylic, and the color I'm using is called a Bazaar. Now you can use any type of yarn and any weight of yarn, because I will give you the multiple of the stitch so you can make it to your desired length depending on what you're making. If you're making a scarf or a top or a blanket or whatever, use this chain for as long as you want. And for demonstration purposes, I'm using a size J, which is a 6mm crochet hook. And as always, I'm going to ask you to please, if you want, it'd mean a lot to me, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And turn on the notifications so you don't miss out on any of my videos. Make sure you have your notifications set to receive all notifications so you don't miss out, because if it ain't set to receive all, it'll only select a few to send you. And don't forget to like this video if you enjoy. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started with row 1. So this stitch is done in any even number of stitches. So you can chain for your desired length in any even number. Alright, so once you get your chain to your desired length, we are going to go ahead and put a single crochet in the second stitch from the hook. So we did not count the loop that's on our hook. So there's 1 and 2, and we're going to put a single crochet into it. And we're also going to put a double crochet into the same stitch. Just like that. And now we're going to start the repeat of row 1. So we're going to skip 1 stitch, so skip, and in the next we're going to put a single crochet and a double crochet into the same stitch. And then we repeat again. We skip 1, and in the next stitch we put a single crochet and a double crochet. Repeat, skip 1, and in the next, single crochet and a double crochet. And we're going to repeat this pattern until we get to the end of the row. Alright, I'm coming to the end of row 1, and you should end in a complete repeat. So I just did a single crochet and a double in that stitch. I have 1 stitch to skip, and then in the last stitch I'm going to go ahead and put a single crochet and a double crochet into the last stitch. And that will end row 1. And then we'll start row 2. Row 2 is the repeat row for the whole pattern. So we're just going to keep repeating row 2. So we will chain 1 and turn our work. Now we're going to work right back here into this very first stitch, which is actually the double crochet from the previous row. So we're going to go into it and we're going to work a single crochet and a double crochet into that same stitch. And then we're going to skip 1 stitch, skip, and in the next we're going to work a single crochet and a double crochet. So the stitch that you're skipping is actually the single crochet from the previous row, and we're working in the double crochet from the previous row. So skip 1, and in the next we work a single and a double into the same stitch. And this is what we're going to repeat until we get to the last stitch. We just work the last stitch a little bit different. Skip one, and in the next stitch, which is the double crochet from the previous row, we work a single and a double into the same stitch. Skip one, next stitch, single and a double. Skip one, next stitch, single and a double. So we're going to repeat this pattern until we get to the end here of row 2. Skip one and single and double into the next. Okay, now when you get to the end of row 2, and this is going to be the repeat for every row, how we end, we're going to end it a little bit different. You're going to notice I did a single and a double there, that you have 3 stitches that remain. So we're going to skip one, and in the next stitch we are going to work, which is a double crochet from the previous row, we're going to work a single crochet into it, and we're going to work a double crochet 2 together over this stitch and this stitch. So this is how we end it. We did our single crochet, then we're going to yarn over and go into the same stitch and draw up a loop, yarn over and go through the first 2 loops on our hook, and then we're going to yarn over and go into the last stitch, which is the last single crochet there, draw up a loop, yarn over and go through the first 2 loops on our hook, and then we're going to yarn over and go through all 3 loops. And that's how we end row 2. That's how we end every row from now on. So for row 3, I'm just going to repeat what I did on row 2. So I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. And into this very first stitch right here, I'm going to put a single crochet and a double crochet. Skip one, and in the next one, single crochet and a double crochet. Skip one, and in the next, single and double. Remember, I'm just repeating what I did on row 2. Skip one, single and double. I'm going to continue this until I get to the end there, and I'll show you how we end it one more time. Alright, I'm coming to the end again, and I just did my single and my double there, and I have 3 stitches that remain. I'm going to end it the same way I ended row 2. I'm just going to show you one more time. So we skip one, and in the next stitch, which is the last double crochet of the row, we're going to put a single crochet in it, and then we're going to do a double crochet 2 together over this stitch and the last stitch. So go ahead and yarn over and go back into that same stitch that you put the single, draw up a loop, and yarn over and go through the first 2 loops, and then we're going to yarn over and go into the last stitch, which is the last single crochet of the row, draw up a loop, yarn over and go through the first 2 loops, and then yarn over and go through the remaining 3 loops. And that's it. We're just going to keep repeating that back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until you get to the size that you want it to be. And this is what it looks like after several repeats. Beautiful, beautiful textured stitch. It would look good in striped yarn like this, a nice beautiful solid yarn, whatever your heart desires. That's how you crochet the flower bud pattern, or the flower bud stitch. Don't forget to show me what you make, okay? Hashtag me on Instagram at Bagoday Crochet. Subscribe, like, and I'll see you on my next video, okay? Bye, everybody. Stay safe. Thanks for watching.